Introducing Jim Justesen from Eye-Link ND.
We will step in and provide that type of assistive technology.
Along with Amy Volk from the Department of Vocational Rehab of North Dakota.
We have the Older Individuals Who Are Blind program, which serves individuals who are 55 years and older.
Eye-Link North Dakota is nd.eye-link.org.
With Eye-Link of North Dakota, I know that every time I do presentations with other groups of people, I have the application on hand so that they can have it as well.
For more podcasts with the blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities, and download the free Blind Abilities app from the App Store and Google Play Store. That's 2 words, Blind Abilities.
So we're finding with macular degeneration, more and more people are being stricken by that and challenged by that.
And now, please welcome Amy Volk and Jim Justesen. Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Jeff Thompson. Today in the studio, we have Amy Volk, and she is a Vision and Independent Living Services Administrator for the Department of Vocational Rehab in North Dakota. And we also have a good friend of mine from Eye-Link North Dakota, Jim Justesen. Amy will be talking about the services that they provide, while Jim will be talking about the services that Eye-Link North Dakota will provide when the services fall short to the older blind. How are you doing, Amy?
I'm doing great, thank you.
And from Eye-Link North Dakota, Jim Justesen. How are you doing, Jim?
Pretty good. Thanks, Jeff.
I want to thank both of you for being here. This is going to be some great information for people because when the older blind go for services and they get their tools, but sometimes the older blind just don't qualify for the services. So that's where Eye-Link North Dakota comes in. Amy, why don't you tell a little bit about yourself and what you do at the Department of Vocational Rehab?
Yes, my name is Amy Volk, and I'm the Vision and Independent Living Services Administrator for the Division of Vocational Rehab in North Dakota. So the purpose of our organization, we have twofold programs. We have the Older Individuals Who Are Blind program, which serves individuals who are 55 years and older, who have a vision impairment such as like diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, cataracts, macular degeneration, who are not working and do not live in a nursing home. So as long as they're independent, it doesn't have to be in their own home, it could be in an assisted living, then we would see them through our OIB program. And we really want to assist clients to improve their independence in their homes and communities and enhance the quality of their life. We also have our vocational rehab program, and that's for anybody that has the desire to work.
So when an older blind doesn't qualify for services, is that where Eye-Link of North Dakota comes in?
Yeah, well, typically what we do, we have a policy in place that states that we can only purchase one type of item for an individual. And it can be a financial burden for some people to purchase some of these equipments. So the nice thing is that we've partnered with Eye-Link of North Dakota, and they have really stepped up. They have been tremendous because we have very limited funds for our program as well. So purchasing a CCTV, we don't have that capability to do that for everybody. Basically, we fill out an application, but it doesn't have to be for something like a CCTV either. It can be for a watch. It can be for anything that they have a financial hardship. And they've really stepped up and helped our clients in North Dakota to remain independent. So we're very grateful for that.
Well, that seems to be a great partnership with Eye-Link North Dakota. Jim, fill us in on Eye-Link North Dakota.
Well, yeah, it's a great public-private partnership. I think Amy and her folks do an absolutely marvelous job, and we've been working with her and her counselors in North Dakota. So if there is, and Eye-Link North Dakota becomes the court of last resort, we will step in and provide that type of assistive technology for that individual who may have some remaining sight, may not. Amy talked about CCTVs, and basically that's just a camera being cabled to a monitor. The monitors are huge. They're in color. Last monitors we gave out as part of a Topaz, which is a CCTV, to folks in North Dakota. The screen is 22 inches. The advantage is you can blow the type or font size up so the person can see better, and it's just extremely helpful. One of the things we're finding, and I think Amy might share this, that we're finding with macular degeneration, more and more people are being stricken by that and challenged by that as part of their sight loss. And so we're finding that the coloration on these screens is really, really important. And sometimes we're finding that it's better for white letters on a black background than black letters on a white background. So all these systems or topaz or CCTVs are calibrated to the vision and the remaining vision of the particular person who's applying for it. And so once we get an application, we go to work. We're coordinating that with Amy's counselors, and it's just a great partnership. Last year, Eye-Link North Dakota received 8 applications, and we filled 5. We filled 6, actually. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. And Jim, you make a great point about the different colors because the contrast, everybody that loses sight loses it differently. What works for one person doesn't always work for another person. So it's really great that you provide these products plus the service to set them up for the people so they can have them personalized for their needs. And I really like the effort that both of you are doing to create awareness about the services that are available to the older blind in North Dakota and your collaborative effort so people can find Eye-Link North Dakota.
Yep. Eye-Link North Dakota is nd.ey-link.org. So it's ndeyelink.org. We're going to have the podcast up, and we have grant applications all over. Amy has a bunch of them for her people. We're doing it with Centers for Independent Living. We have scattered grant applications all over North Dakota, from low vision stores to rehab facilities. So anybody can ask for a grant application from Eye-Link North Dakota, or you can go online to ndeyelink.org and fill the application out online, or at least make a copy of it, have somebody send it in. The application comes into a volunteer board of directors, and they meet quarterly, and then they will assess that application. And after the quarterly meeting, they've got 48 hours to notify the client or grant applicant of their status, whether the grant was approved or not. There's always a good record of approving. And Amy is saying she runs short every now and then. I'm saying, I say to Amy, North Dakota's got a lot more money than Eye-Link North Dakota. But we're funded fine, and things are going well, and we're open for business, and we're very proud to be part of working with Amy and part of helping out people challenged by sight loss in North Dakota of any age. As far as Eye-Link North Dakota is concerned, any age applicant is welcome.
Yeah, and it's been so important for us with Eye-Link of North Dakota. I know that every time I do presentations with other groups of people, I have the application on hand so that they can have it as well. So I recently just did some presentations in some underserved areas of North Dakota with some other agencies, being ND Assistive and North Dakota School for the Blind, Vision Services, as well as North Dakota School for the Deaf, and gave out the application to all 3 of those agencies as well, so that they have it, because they hadn't heard of it either. And they were all extremely impressed with the program. They thank you as well, I'm sure.
Well, we're all helping North Dakota people struggling with or challenged by sight loss. So it's a good thing. We're proud to be working with you, Amy. I can tell you that.
Well, thank you.
Well, that must be a good feeling, Amy, that when you're working with someone and they actually don't qualify for services, that you have a place to turn to. You have Eye-Link North Dakota to turn to where that person can apply and possibly receive a piece of equipment that might enhance their ability to remain independent.
Yeah, sometimes we know that there's financial hardships, except we just can't purchase something for everybody multiple times, and there's that time where it is something that they rely and depend on, and we can make exceptions every once in a while. But if we did it for every single client that we had, just as something to note upon, we served over 600 clients last year. I can't be for sure of the exact number, but it was over 600 people that we served last year. So if we repurchase things for every single person, that becomes a lot of money. It's imperative that we have other programs that are available, and Eye-Link of North Dakota has stepped up. They have really done a fabulous job for our clients.
Yeah, the crew over at Eye-Link North Dakota do a great job. You got a great partnership there. Amy, how can people find out more about the services and opportunities available to them in North Dakota?
They can get a hold of me. They can either email me at ALV as in Victor, OLK at nd.gov. They can also call me at 701-328-8954. Or they can visit our website at www.nd.gov.
We'll be sure that the show notes has all that contact information, as well as the contact information from Eye-Link North Dakota, right, Jim?
Our contact is, as I mentioned, online at nd.eye-link.org. And if people need help, I'd be glad to do that. I'm volunteering kind of temporarily for Eye-Link North Dakota. My number is 763-561-6767, and I'll direct them and get the application moving or answer any questions I can.
Jim, I think what you're doing with the partnerships is a great thing for everybody, but can we look under the hood? Where is the passion? What makes up Eye-Link?
We got a great group of people working on the board, and it's just a joy for them. So the board meets quarterly, and in some cases, let's say we pick up a used CCTV. Well, we've got it on hand, and all of a sudden, mid-quarter, an application comes in. We'll sometimes fill those, and the board will get on email and say, okay, we've got a free CCTV, and Jeff Thompson needs one, so let's vote, and they vote, and bang, we send it out. So quarterly board meetings, quarterly grant applications, and there's some cases where we will grant something in between quarters. Like I say, we're just finding it's really work worth doing. We try to help as many people as we can. We will advocate, but we'll also give you equipment you need. Eye-Link accepts no government support whatsoever. So all we do is ask for contributions from individuals like you, and we go out and try to get grants from organizations and businesses and other foundations whose giving parameters kind of fit what Eye-Link does. They have a president, a treasurer, a secretary, applications directors who monitor the applications coming in. The application director presents it to the board on a quarterly meeting. The board votes, and that's how it all happens. Donations are readily accepted. You can do that online. Also, there's information online of to where to mail a contribution if you wish. You will be helping people. We're very proud of Eye-Link. Last year, out of all the contributions raised, 92 cents of every dollar went to adaptive technology for blind people. All volunteer. We have no salaries and no expenses other than mailings and paperwork, so to speak. We're very proud of how effective and how efficient we are. So you spend $1 with us, it's not going to be like Cars for Kids or anything else where you're getting 50 cents or less. We're very proud of the fact that roughly 92 cents of every dollar helps somebody struggling with blindness.
Jim, if there's any listeners out there that has a piece of old accessible equipment laying around collecting dust, people's eyesight progressively gets worse sometimes, and that piece of equipment doesn't work for them anymore. What a great thing if they could donate it to Eye-Link. How can they do that?
We will generally pick that up and revitalize it and reuse it. So we've got on our website, yes, we will pick up used equipment and rehab it. If we can't use it, we junk it. If we can, of course, we'll provide it to somebody else. And that is really helpful to us. We can only raise so much money. We're spending all of it on equipment, so we need money. But when we get a used piece of gear, what's nice is we can make that grant real quickly, and there's no cost to the Eye-Link Foundation other than pickup and delivery. And that's all done by volunteers. That's why we're so efficient and effective, Jeff. It's all volunteer and no salaries. So people that volunteer for us, it's got to be really fun and work worth doing for them or they wouldn't do it. So we're very proud of our board and the people that help us.
Good stuff, Jim. I really like what you're doing at Eye-Link ND, Eye-Link North Dakota. So if any of you listeners out there are being challenged by vision loss or know somebody who is being challenged by vision loss, be sure to connect them up with Amy or Jim. Give them a call, share their phone number, share the contact, share this podcast with them. Let the news get out there about the opportunities and what's available to them. So Amy, Jim, thank you very much for raising the awareness on the services and opportunities available to people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
It's really a good feeling talking to Amy and Jim and feel their passions about what they're doing for the older blind. And remember, regardless of age, if you know someone who is challenged by vision loss, be sure to check out your state agency, your vocational rehab, your state services for the blind, and see what they can do for you. And a big thank you goes out to Chichow for his beautiful music. And you can follow Chichow on Twitter at LChichow. I want to thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed. And until next time, bye-bye.
When we share
what we see
through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap
between the limited expectations and the realities
of blind ability. The realities of blind abilities.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities. Download our app from the App Store, blindabilities, that's 2 words, or send us an email at info@blindabilities.com. Thanks for listening.